Hi, mamas. Today we're going over 5 must ask questions to make sure that your doctor respects your choices. This is really great for if you're interviewing doctors for your family or for your new baby, okay, or your children. So, have you ever felt that when you left a doctor's office appointment that you kind of felt there like your concerns weren't really heard, or maybe even worse, maybe like you felt like a little bit pressured into making a decision that you weren't fully comfortable with making, maybe because you didn't even have all the information you wanted. You're not alone. So today I'm going to share what I believe are 5 powerful questions to ask your child's doctor so that you can walk in there with confidence and leave knowing that you have made the best decision for your family. So let's dive in. First and foremost, let's just get my disclaimer out of the way. It's short and sweet. I am not a doctor. I am a mama, and this video is for informational purposes only. I encourage every parent like you to do their own research, consult multiple sources, and make the best decisions for your family based on fully informed consent. With that said, let's get into it. Okay, so 5 must ask questions and why they would be great in helping you decide, or very helpful in a particular doctor or practice and making sure they're the right fit for you and your family. So, question number 1: when they recommend any kind of medical intervention for your child, always ask, what are the risks and benefits of this treatment, of this procedure, of this vaccine? Why this is important. We all know there is pros and cons to every medical decision, right? It's important that you know all of them to make the best decision for your family. So here's what to say if maybe they aren't concerned about the risks. I appreciate your perspective, but I'd like to review all available data to make an informed decision. Can you provide research on both sides? That's a valid question. Okay. And you have the right to ask it. So, question number 2: can you provide me with the full vaccine inserts for every vaccine that you're recommending for my child? Why this is important? Because the standard handout, the VIS, is just a kind of short summary, but the full insert will list all of the ingredients, which I think we should all have access to, the known side effects, and the studies, which I think every parent is entitled to and should be reading before making a decision for their babies and for the long-term health of their babies, for that matter. So, what to do if they refuse or they don't have them? I just want you to know you can find those inserts online through the FDA website, or let's just Google search it, vaccine, the name, package insert, and then it'll pull up a PDF so you can read it for yourself. And number 3, are asking your doctor if they recommend something, if there's any alternatives that ways to support your child's health that maybe don't involve medications. So that's a valid question. And there are many, many pediatricians that are getting on board with alternative health, or they call it alternative health. I call it just natural, but right. Call it what you will. But there are many pediatricians and doctors out there that will offer you an alternative means besides if they know you really don't want to medicate your child. But keeping in mind, many pediatricians, they're only trained in conventional medicine. That is what they know. So this question does expose their limitations pretty much right off the bat. Are they open to helping you with your child, with your child's health in the best way that you see fit? Are they willing to help you and to open that door to holistic approaches or natural approaches or not? And this will definitely answer that for you. So how to respond if they say no? It's just, this is all I got. Okay, thank you. I'll also consult other professionals to explore all my options. I appreciate your feedback. And question number 4. And honestly, question number 4 could potentially be the only question you ask. Honestly, if we're being honest, it could rule out all the others, because to me, this has happened within the last month in my family with one of my children, and dealing with and trying to find a doctor for my grandson. Okay. So this could be the number 1 question you ask if you don't want to even ask the others. Here it goes. If I decide to decline any treatment that you are recommending or that the CDC recommends, will you still support my family's healthcare choices? Why? This is important. Because there are some doctors who will dismiss you completely if you do not comply 100% with their recommendations or with whatever the CDC, FDA recommends. This question alone reveals whether they truly respect your parental rights, in my opinion. If they hesitate or they say no, that they will not continue to see your child, you have a right to ask for that in writing. Okay, can you put that in writing, right? Most of them won't put it in writing. They don't even have it as a written policy. So they're probably not going to give it to you. But here's another way to respond to this. And I've labeled this as question 5, but really it's a reactionary to number 4, if you will, but it's very, very important. And I didn't want to not include it in here. If they support your choices, great. You have found a keeper pediatrician. I would recommend them to the world. But if they are agreeing with you, if they're saying, I will support your decision because you are the mother of this child and I respect you for being that mother and I respect your health decisions that you're passionate about, that's a good pediatrician. Because there is, they're not just saying one size fits all, right? Because we know that's not true. If they don't respect your decisions, I want you to stay calm because that can be honestly the hardest thing when you feel like that you trying to protect your child is not there in their best interest. Honestly, request your medical records. Request them right now. If you've established any kind of history with this doctor, you want to leave there with all of your medical records. And then just let them know your time here is done. Thank you, but you will be finding other providers. I also want you to know, and I'm really excited about this, it's coming. I am creating the Holistic Mama Bears Guide. These 5 questions that we went over are really 4 questions in a statement or a reactionary. Is something that I feel should be, I wish I had them in my hands, 20 something plus years ago. Let me not age myself here. But I'm going to give them to you. I'm creating it now. And once I have it done, I will link it here in the description. So just come back and check. But it's going to include the 5 questions that I have gone over today, but it's also going to include word for word scripts on how to handle the pushback confidently. Back here when you can, and it's absolutely free to you. And it's just my way of giving back. And I hope you find it valuable. So again, check back with me soon. It should be here within the next week or so. So also, if this video was helpful, would you drop a heart in the comments and let me know what's been your experience with doctors and medical choices? I'd love to hear your story. Until next time, mamas, keep standing strong, keep asking questions, and I'll see you in the next video.